This book, Collusion, is the sequel to the other book, The Ghosts of Belfast. And Ghosts of Belfast was #1 in the Sean Duffy series. This is #2. I don't know quite how many there are in the series, but it's another good one. And I'll tell you what, it's a thriller, and it's got just everything that you want to see in a thriller. Great characters, lots of action, and I'd say a pretty good conclusion. Now let's take a look at the characters first. In terms of the good guys, you've got Sean Duffy. He's the Catholic cop who's in the Royal Ulster Constabulary. You've got a guy named Jerry Fegan, who was the IRA murderer, who was really the central character in the Ghosts of Belfast. In terms of bad guys, you've got a bad guy from the Ghosts of Belfast, Bull O'Kane, and he's kind of like the IRA godfather, but he's made a little nastier because now he's wearing a colostomy bag. Quite a touch. And he's got a bad guy that he hired, an assassin, who's just called the Traveler. Now, in between all of these people, you have Marie McKenna, who was involved in the Ghosts of Belfast, and her daughter. And what's happening is that Bull O'Kane is using her and her daughter as a kind of a bait in a trap so that the Traveler can kill Jerry Fegan. Now, because of the relationship that Sean Duffy already had with Marie and that Jerry Fegan kind of feels towards them, they're trying to save those two, pull them out of the trap, and dispose of Bull O'Kane. The action in the book is just plain nonstop, and plenty of twists and turns. And I'm not going to try to summarize the plot, but it really is pretty good. The action in the book is, I would say, spectacular, absolutely spectacular. And of course, it takes place in this scene in Northern Ireland that Stuart Neville paints as kind of seedy, certainly corrupt, and of course the corruption, the anti-Catholic feeling, and everything kind of puts some major obstacles in the way of Sean Duffy in trying to come to grips with this thing and save the day. Anyway, I read this book. I read it, I don't know, in a couple of sittings. It was really that good. It's riveting. Stuart Neville is really a great thriller writer. I enjoyed it a lot. I think you might. It's a really pretty good thriller. And if you have any interest at all in Ireland or Northern Ireland, you might be intrigued by it too. So anyway, the book is Collusion by Stuart Neville. It's the sequel to The Ghosts of Belfast, which to my mind was absolutely great. So there's my recommendation this week. I'll see you next week with another one. Take care.